Now, members of Nigeria's opposition People's Democratic Party Governors Forum are currently meeting with the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, in his office in Abuja. The governors, led by the chairman of the PDP's Governors Forum and the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, arrived at the office of Wike at about 12:40 p.m. He was accompanied by the governors of Adamawa, Aminu Fintiri, Plateau, Caleb Muftwang, and Taraba, Agbu Kefes. Wike, however, led the governors in for a closed-door meeting shortly after they arrived in his office. The governors are meeting with Wike as part of efforts to intervene in the ensuing crisis in Rivers State on Monday, after allegedly moves by the minister to impeach Governor Sim Fubara of Rivers State. To discuss this further, I am being joined on the news now by a lawyer who is based in Rivers State, Courage Nsirimovu. Thank you so much for your time, Courage.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be part of this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, you would say interesting times are here in Rivers State, but let's talk about the current drama in Rivers. Of course, this particular one isn't peculiar. Some have actually even likened it to what happened during the time of Rotimi Amechi as governor of the state. Would you say, in your own words, there are some sort of similarities or not?
Okay. Apparently, there are similarities between what is happening now in Rivers State and what happened before in the time of Rotimi Amechi, to the extent that the Rivers State House of Assembly attempted in the time of Rotimi Amechi to impeach the governor. And this is also an attempt by the House of Assembly in Rivers State to also impeach the governor. However, the difference in the circumstance is that in the time of Rotimi Amechi, there was no political godfather, in quotes. It was just, the federal might that was used, to come against him. In this particular circumstance, we have a situation where the past governor has boasted of bringing in the present governor and apparently tried to control the affairs of governance from FCT. And of course, the House of Assembly members were people during his dispensation who were loyal to him. And then he's taking advantage of most of the appointees and loyalists in the present administration, to impeach the present governor of Rivers State. So now, basically, that is a background of the situation.
Now, we know that, of course, recently the former governor, that's Governor Nyesom Wike, former governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, has actually, in a way, watered down his influence in Rivers State. Now, but we know that to a very large extent, his influence is pretty strong. Particularly, some will liken it to some sort of godfather status. Now, do you think now Governor Sim, that's the current governor, has what it takes to actually, catch up and steady the ship of the state in the midst of this crisis?
This particular crisis has shown us that Sim Fubara is not the man we thought he is, somebody that you can easily push about and get him to do whatever you want. He has shown that he is actually a man of will, a man of courage, and a man that can stand up, for something. So, if you listen to him a few days ago, you could hear strength in him. You could hear power in him. You could see somebody that is resolved, to take a stand politically. And that is good for Rivers State, because we don't want a puppet governor. We don't want a governor that will be controlled from the FCT. We want a governor that would listen to the people of Rivers State and, ensure that his policies, governance scheme are in line with what the people of Rivers State want, so that they can easily reap the dividends of democracy, which is basically security and welfare of the people of Rivers State. So if you ask me, it looks like he has that, political will to steady the ship of governance and push it forward, to something, substantial. And we want an independent governor. That's the mind of the people of Rivers State.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, courage on the program. Thank you.
Thank you too.